All right, this is Taisia, everybody. I'm gonna be doing an infield breakdown with her right now. Um, she did pigtails for everybody. She's braiding her hair for everybody, so she looks
No,
cute
just for you.
just for me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna break down an infield that happened last night with her, and you guys get to sit in on this. But yeah, day -1 semen retention. Um, Not day zero because nutted twice. Hey, do you know what Ormus is, by the way?
Mm-mm.
Ormus, do you know what monatomic gold is?
Yeah.
All right, that's what Ormus is. But supposedly in grape juice there is some super random,
There's
but there's monatomic gold in grape juice supposedly.
and grape juice.
Hmm.
Oh.
But I actually have the real monatomic gold in my cupboard over there. I took some today because I wanted to get my vibe back up. All right, so anyways, straight to the shit. Yeah, as you could tell, like, can you wait? Can you tell first of all that I nutted twice?
A little bit, yeah.
What? Like, in what?
Like you're not that like you don't radiate much assertive energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel too assertive right now. Interesting.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So after I nutted once, I felt a testosterone boost after the first time. Right. I felt amazing. I felt like honestly, I just felt like I had like more gains. Like I felt like I was like I don't know. Like my muscles had like a pump. Probably
Mm-hmm.
because of like fucking 3 hours worth of sex too. But I literally felt like strong, right? And more like alpha and dominant. But the second one, it was like, oh, she just took my fucking soul. The second one did it. I was like, okay, I'm a little bitch right now. Like, I'm like,
Right.
I want to lay down and go to sleep type shit. Yeah. So the second one I kind of regretted. I told myself I was never gonna do two in a row, like ever again. But I have to learn the lesson, like I guess 3 times to make it solidify. So I don't radiate assertiveness right now. What do I radiate?
Not as much. I feel like you radiate just I don't know. Like energy that's just so easy to be manipulated.
To
I don't
be
know.
what?
Energy that's easy to be manipulated. It's not stable. That's what I feel like.
So fucking true. That's so crazy that you say that because honestly, yeah, when I am in this vibe, like I'll be more reactive and like people will like
Exactly.
ask me a question and I'll like answer it instead of like my normal self would just like stay on my track.
Exactly. Yeah.
So fucking crazy. Yeah, I think if I only would have nutted once, then I would have been on that still, like that vibe. But it was like the 2 times was like indulging. Because honestly, like we woke up randomly in the middle of the night, and then she just like started escalating on me again, and then I was like, oh shit, like fuck it, it's happening, I guess. And I wasn't gonna nut, but like I was like, fuck it, I already did. Like the chances of this girl like ghosting because we're in my fucking parents' house anyways is high. So it's like get like what you can out of it kind of thing. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
so
Right.
it is what it is. Anyways, so yeah, how it went down was yeah, like the text and everything. And then she's like, oh yeah, like I'm coming over, and I drove to the park. I drove to my park, and I like parked, and then I sent her my location. I was like, hey, I'm getting fresh air at the park. Come meet me at the park, right? Because my parents were still awake. We yeah. So then I went to the park, and then she rolled up behind me. I flashed the brakes twice at her. And then so she knew like what car I was in. I didn't even tell her. Like I didn't want to say like oh white BMW because it would have I don't know it would have seemed like I was like trying hard to be like BMW.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so she came up from behind me. Um, she parked. I got out the car. She opens the door. I like walk like halfway over to her. She walks halfway over to me. She is not giving me much eye contact. She's like talking about other shit, like, oh yeah, I got my fucking white claws, whatever. And I'm like, hey, come here. Like more dominant, like, cause I was like, 20 day 27 and shit. So I was like, hey, come here. hug, right? And then I was like, all right, hop in. We'll go for a drive. She hops in. I start playing some music. Um, we were drive. I forget what we were talking about like on the way, but when I remember when we got to PCH when we were like driving on like the beach, I was like, so like when was the last relationship you were in? Do you do long term relationships? You don't seem like it. So I was trying to like frame like I was trying to frame her, but it like it anti framed her in the way that made her be like, no, that's all I do. So I was like, oh fuck. And then um I was like, no, but like I was like, no, but like you still have fun though, like when you're single though. She's like, oh yeah, yeah, of course. And I was like, oh yeah, you just didn't want to say that because most guys don't like when girls like hook up with guys and shit, right? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well with me, I'm the opposite. If you tell me you have like 1,000 bodies, like I would respect you. Like I would respect you more for admitting that type shit. Anyways, she's like, no, I only have like 20. And then so yeah, we're driving, and then I was like, so she's describing her last relationship, and I was like, yeah, but like at least was like the sex good and shit, and like I just started talking about sex. I felt her get uncomfortable. I felt her energy become uncomfortable a little bit, but like I just kept going because I was like, nah, like as long as I stay comfortable, she'll get comfortable eventually. Like it'll happen. So I just kept talking to her about sex and orgasms and guys being selfish and like girls having multiple orgasms and like how to balance it and like if she's been tied up, like all this shit. That's basically what the car ride there was. And then like we went to the beach. We parked. And I was like, all right, let's get out. Let's go to the beach. She brought 2 White Claws for herself. There's these 2 chairs sitting out there because we were in Sunset Beach and it's like the houses, the backyards are right there. And we saw like some chairs, so we like sat down in the chairs. And then it was cold as fuck. So I was like, oh my god, like this is like I'm not gonna last here long. Like I don't want to be here that long. So like whatever. And yeah, it was like uncomfortable, but I still kept talking about sex, just sex, 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 like in general, just like a lot. And then I I was like, all right, let's go back to my car. This is fucking like way too cold. Um, and then we were like walking back to my car, and I was like, I said something. I forget what I said. I put my arm like around her for like a split second, like, and then I was like, I hate you actually, and I pushed her away. I pushed her away, like after I did that, and then yeah, I felt like it was even though we were talking about sex, it was like a platonic vibe. Like the vibe was just like, oh, we're 2 friends talking about sex. Like it wasn't direct at all. Like I kept saying like, no, like you have this like feminine submissive energy, and then that's probably why that guy like manipulated you and took advantage of you, that last boyfriend, whatever. Right? I kept bringing it back like shit like that, and I think she just said like thanks, and I probably should have said. I think she said. I don't think she. I don't know. Anyways, it just wasn't like me like coming on to her yet, right? So, anyways, I get in the car. She's about to get in the car, and I was like, she's like, oh fuck, I stepped in a puddle. I was like, oh, I'll clean that off right now. I was like, don't get in my fucking car. I'll leave you right now. Just pushing her, pushing her, pushing her, and then she like cleaned off her shoes or whatever, and then she went to get in. And in my mind, I was like, as soon as this girl gets in, I'm making out with her. That's what I was thinking in my head. And so, like she went to sit down, and I was like, because I knew that she would be in her emotions because she was moving, because she was like, not it wasn't like stale energy because we had just like walked and all this shit, and then like it would be like, yeah, she would go with it basically in the moment because it's like, even though it's like exciting and surprising that I did that out of nowhere, she'd be down because her emotions are on that level, like ready for it. You know what I mean? It's when you're just like sitting there and you're just like stale platonic shit, and then you lunge for a kiss. It's fucking weird, um, right? Or uh, the other one would be like, okay, you're building sexual tension over time, and then the kiss is inevitable. But the thing is, like, I feel like when girls see that coming, it just doesn't make it as exciting because they're like, oh, okay, like I'm just vibing with him. Da da da. It doesn't like boom. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted that like like that fucking explosive kind of bold move. So anyway, so she sits down in the car, and then like she goes to rotate her body towards me, and then lean in while she's not even facing me yet. So I'm like close to her and I'm like, hey, you're cute as fuck. Come here. And I was like, hey, you're cute as fuck. Come here. And I just grabbed her face and started making out with her. And then funny enough, she starts like eating my face. Like she's like very instantly passionate kissing me, like moaning and shit. Like I was like, whoa, holy shit. Okay, this girl hasn't had sex in a while. I could tell, because she probably just moved and all this shit. I don't know, like I don't know. So she starts putting her hand like on my neck and shit, and I'm like, so I just start choking her and I start pulling her hair, and then um I was like, yeah, you have this really submissive energy. I love it. Blah 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 blah, escalating like that, and then what, Sierra? What? I just took this fucking girl for a walk, and she heard that word, and she's just like, what are you doing? She's just like, you're just like fucking Kirsten. Like she used to be like crying when she sees a dog. Like, oh, you're so cute. Oh my god. Like just fucking on the verge of tears type shit. It's like they're just standing there like, you good, human? So anyways, yeah. So I'm like choking her and shit, and then I just grabbed her hand and I put it on my dick. That's my favorite move, like period, with girls,
So
like, just in general. So she starts like grabbing my dick, and I was like, yeah, you want to see that, huh? She's like, yeah, and I was like, say please, please, can I see your dick, daddy? Say it. So she said it, and then I was like, okay, maybe if you're being a good girl or some shit. Like I remember I pushed back a little bit, and then um, I was just like, come here, come here, come here, come here. And I started undoing my pants, and then I just like had my dick out, and I was like, no, you can't. Yeah, was grabbing her hair, and I was like, nah, you can't yet, you can't yet. No, 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 ask nicer, ask nicer. And I was like, okay, you can kiss the tip, you can kiss the tip. And she kissed the tip, and then I was like, good girl, all right, go for it. And she starts sucking it. Um, and then like yeah, she gave pretty good head. I was like, damn, it's pretty good. And then I said, the better you suck my dick, the better I'm gonna fuck you. So get sloppy with it and shit. And so then she had like way more enthusiasm after I said that, and that basically just like assumed that we are having sex. This was fucking amazing. Actually, I love doing that. I love doing that. And then I was like, all right, get in the fucking back. She gets in the back, and I'm like, she starts taking off her clothes in the back. So I was like, because she was wearing sweatpants and like a sweatshirt because she's just cold and shit. But then like she had her cute clothes underneath and shit, and her like little pink fucking panties and shit. Um, and she just like lays back like I'm about to finger her like missionary or something. And I was like, no 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 no, turn around, put your ass up in the air. And yeah, and so I just like started spanking her, and then like I turned on the light so I could see like when I peeled back her panties, like that the like cream would be like stuck to the panties, and like um yeah, I was just like eating her ass, not like her asshole, but like her ass cheeks. I was like biting it and shit, and like spanking her and like kissing it and shit. And then yeah, so I peeled back her panties, and it was like she was ovulating 100%. Like I was like, holy fuck, like just so much cream, like the whole fucking thing is just cream, like yeah, like she was so wet, it was insane. So I I like I just started tasting her. I started going down on her, and I was like, beg for my dick. She starts begging for it, and then I took the tip and I like started like teasing her with it, and she's like, please, please. I'm like, oh, that's what you want. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Just fucking teasing her more and more, and then um I forget what I told her to do. I told her to do something, and then she did it. So I was like, okay, okay, you can get this dick now. And then um I like put my dick in her, and we like fucked really like passionately and hard for like a long fucking time. And I remember I almost came like 4 times, like because her pussy was so small. It was like I was like looking at it as like fucking half like yeah like like 3/4 of my finger was like how tall it was, and like and she had like a innie, like the Deer Woman one where it's like in, you know. And I was just looking at it like, holy fuck, like I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to fit in you type shit. And like she couldn't fit my dick in her mouth, and yeah, my dick couldn't fully fit in her either. Like it stopped like at her cervix, and my I still had like that much of my dick left. So I was like, oh fuck, like she's tiny, right? And yeah, and then doggy style, missionary in the back, and then she rode me, and she was like begging for my cum like for so long in the back of my car, and I kept saying like, oh, wait. Before I fucked her, I know what I said now. I know what I said now. I said, say your body's my property. I did that whole routine. She said, my body's your property. I said, say that you're my sex slave. Say that you whatever, right? Like you'll do anything for me. I was like getting her to say everything before I fucked her. Anything I could get her to say. And which is funny because in my fucking head, so listen to this, right? In my head, I was like, okay, like this girl, I could fucking like I could open loop her about like my house or where I really live, and I could keep her interested forever. But then there was a part of me that was like, no, Daniel, but if you really want her to like love you, or like if you really want to know if like she's down for you, take her to your parents' house, fuck her there, and then you'll see if it's real or not. But that's my ego. That's my ego, right? Because this is the thing about like girls in general is it's all psychology, right? So once they get comfortable, once the illusion is dropped, like once they know the true you, I mean, it could make them like fall for you harder, or it could go the other way. It's really and like so it's better to take your time with that shit, really slow and kind of like see the signs of how they're getting affected by knowing more about you. So, anyways, I was like, fuck, like man, like I don't want to do this, but then I was like, no, since you're afraid of it, you have to do it. You have to take her to your house. And I was so uncomfortable driving back to my house, but I was like, okay, fine, I'll come in you at a different spot. And so I took her back there, but also because I wanted to practice my squirting. I wanted to practice squirting her in a bed. So I was like, in my head, I was like, fuck it. If I never see this girl again because I take her back to my parents' house, whatever. At least it's a fucking story where I'm the dude who, you know what I mean? Like, wasn't afraid, you know? Like, it's more cool of a fucking story. Anyways, so, but yeah, as soon as I got her back here, like, we like turn on a movie. Um, Well, I was like, all right, so check it out. This isn't the place that I'm staying. I'm just watching a dog for a little bit. This is my parents' house. She's like, oh, are they home? I'm like, yeah, but they're leaving tomorrow morning. They're already passed out. It's totally fine. Just don't be like super loud. Like, don't scream in my room. Like, you'll be fine. And then she's like, okay. So then we went in, and then like I was like, I'm gonna get my laptop, whatever. We sit down next to each other. I get like a vibrator out and all this shit. And she's like, are you gonna play anything? And I was like, yeah, I'll turn on a movie. Turn on a movie. We're chilling. I just get her to spread her legs, and I just start like feeling her pussy through her panties again, and like on the side, like on her outer labia and shit, and just like feeling around. And then she was down to uh like my at first like I could tell like she wasn't comfortable yet like in my house because first of all in my room it's as bright as this, like it's fucking bright, so like there's no like sensual vibes in there. So but yeah, like I put my finger like under her panties. I was like, oh shit, she's super wet again. So then I just took her panties off, and then I told her to put the vibrator on her clit while I was like doing like a little bit of the squirting stuff, but like obviously my palm wasn't on her clit because the vibrator was. But then I put my palm on top of the vibrator and then started squirting with the vibrator, and she just started getting fucking wet really really fast. And this girl had been drinking, so clearly she had to pee. But I was like, oh, okay. I was like, take shut the fuck up. I was like, take the vibrator off, right? And then I just started. I just got up on the bed, like, like kind of like kneeling in front of her, and just like started going really fucking fast, right? And then she just fucking squirted. Like my bed was a fucking soaked mess, like, and and I was like, I just put my face in it, and then I did it again and again. The third time, put my face in it, it was piss. It was literally piss. Like it was 100% fucking urine at that point. Like, but then I just kept going, and squirted like so much, and then she actually just starts peeing in my bed, and I was like, oh, okay, go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom, and then gotcha. Commercial break, guys. I muted my phone because she somebody came in her room, so she had to go check it out. Chilling.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So yeah, she went to the bathroom. She came back. I fucked her against the wall. Um, I had her put the vibrator on her clit while I was fucking her. Then I started fucking her on the bed with her like feet up by her head, and then I put her arms around me and I picked her up, and I just started fucking her, picking her up like, but while looking in the mirror, and it was super hot. And then I like carried her over to like the windowsill, put her there, and then I was like fucking her there, and it was just like, oh, it feels so good right here, and I was just like, oh fuck, came in her, and she didn't even know I came in her. I was like, and I even said like, I fucking love you, oh, and I came in her, and then she's like, wait, did you just come in me? And I was like, yeah, it's done. And then she stood up, and it was just like, all fell out of her. And then I was like, I got some in my hand, and I was like, eat it. And she was like, what? Okay, fine. She like ate it, and she's like, I need something to drink. I'm like, does my cum taste bad? She's like, no, but it's cum. So clearly she wasn't like that turned on by cum. So, which is kind of weird. I didn't like that part about her. Like, I was like, what the fuck? It's my cum. It's like amazing. What are you talking about? There was some things I didn't like about her, like that, and like other things, but um, so then we just like went to bed, or like finished watching the movie or some shit. Went to bed, and then I woke up. We both woke up like in the middle of the night and just fucked each other again. And then I came in her again, and then her alarm went off in the morning, and she decided she wasn't gonna go into work, but she just kept fucking talking and talking and talking, and she's like, "You're not gonna go to sleep like until 12, are you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And I was like, "I'll just take you to your car right now." And she's like, "Oh wow, you're kicking me out?" "No, it's okay, it's okay. Just don't sleep till 12." And I'm like, "No, I have to." I literally slept till 3. Fucking till 12. Dude, this girl clearly only gets 3 hours of sleep every night. It's fucking weird. Anyways, um, took her to her car. I was tired as fuck, kind of annoyed. She, like when I was kissing her goodbye, I felt like still like, no, I really like this girl a lot, right? But then this is something that went wrong. Like it got fucked up a little bit right here. When I was leaving, she was in her car. I pulled a U-turn and I had to drive back towards her. And in my head, I was like, she's getting in the car. She's not going to be looking at you. Don't wave. Because if you wave and then she catches a glimpse of your eyes, you waving and like she wasn't looking, it's like, it looks bad on you. So I didn't wave, but she was waving at me. And so it looked, and my head was kind of like down, like looking at her like this. So it just looked bad. It looked like I was feeling like shame about like nutting like twice, or I was annoyed with
Right,
her.
right, yeah.
Like I was like over her. She woke me up like all this shit, or like I had lied to her about like the family and situation. Something looked like I had shame. I know I looked like I had shame, and I didn't wave at her, and so I felt like this negative vibe when I did that. I was like, oh fuck, that's probably gonna do something. So then I liked her message, like right when I got home, like I loved her message, her last one, like trying to like show her like, oh, like positive shit. And I was like having nightmares, not nightmares, but like dreams about like her not texting me, or like me waking up to no text from her. And then like I woke up and there was a text from her, but it was just straight up like, I got home, sweet dreams, right? And then I hit her back today, and I was like, um, yeah, like, did you handle the thing? Like, plan B. Like, did you take plan B? Like, did you whatever? And she said, yeah, it's taken care of. I'm like, that's it. Like, she just nothing. So there's a lot of things that went. Oh, by the way, when I came in her the second time, I was like, I'm about to come. Say you fucking love me. And then she was like, no, I love you. Because like I was trying to get her to say I love you in my car when I was fucking her before, and she was like, no, I can't, no, I don't know you yet, like da. But I was like, it was like a fun game in my head. I was like, no, say you love me. It's funny. I was like, just say it. It's funny. I was like, say it. It's funny. And then she didn't. But then that second time when I nutted in her, she did say it, and she didn't really hesitate before saying it. And then I actually nutted in her, and I was just like, holy shit. And then what was weird is right after I nutted her, she was like, I was like, okay, you need a tissue. And she's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm like, wait, why did she say, yeah, I'm done? I I was a little confused on why she said like, yeah, I'm done. But listen, I think it has to do with the fact that she said, I love you, right? And it instantly made her have buyer's remorse. Because she's like, why? Like, this motherfucker, like, manipulative, or like, oh, fuck, like, what did I do? Or like, oh, I don't want to be too needy. Or like, oh, like, is maybe I'm getting manipulated by this guy or something. Something clicked in her brain right there that like fucked with her. And so I feel like that's what she's trying to do right now. Or she's definitely having some sort of buyer's remorse. Whether it's like, oh, he took me to his parents' house. He said he lived in his own place. Like, is he lying about everything? I don't fucking know. Oh fuck, I said I love you. Oh fuck, like there's just so many things. There's so many emotions. I'm just gonna let it sit until they go back to zero in like a few days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the fucking story. The cool part is that the approach was 5 minutes, and she was showing me all these pictures of her at like raves and stuff, and she's the fucking girl that I would look at a rave, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, I want that girl. Like, she looks so fucking cute and sexy in those pictures, and I was just like, hell yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck
She's the
that.
blonde one, right?
What?
She's the blonde one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, her tits are nice. Her ass is like tiny, tiny, but her body's tiny, right? She's like 105 pounds, like so fucking cute. And so like it was fun, right? It was fun. But I just like the fact that the approach was simple. I just followed my fucking normal approach. Like I literally walked up and I used a negative to open, which was, hey, I gotta go in a second. But I saw you and I thought you were cute. I just wanted to see if you were cool. What's your name? That shit was my opener, and then I was just looking at her like, so like, what are you up to? You always getting drinks at the bar and shit. That's what's up. And then I was just looking at her like, oh, I want to have sex with you. And I was like, I was like, do you guys ever go out? Do you guys ever go out in Newport? Normal conversation, because she was with her friend. Like, oh, do you guys ever go out in Newport? Oh, like you should come. Like, nah, you seem fun. You seem da 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 da. Yeah, just get my number. We'll talk and we'll vibe because I gotta go right now. Get her number and then text her with like simple like UMP style game, or like playing with fire style game, like text game, and that shit is just like prime fucking works. And it just blows my mind that like, it's like that easy, but most guys make it like way more complicated than it has to be. But the thing is, if you miss any of the little points, like, if I would have just opened direct, it might not have worked. Maybe it's because I said I gotta go in a second with that negative, that like, and then also saying like, oh, I wanted to see if you were cool with the little qualifier after saying you're cute. Like these things like make it work better than just going up like you're cute. Cause then she's like, oh, thanks. Like, do you want to buy me a drink? Like it's kind of like that vibe. She's like, oh, thanks. Like it might have still worked, but then also me looking at her sexually, like looking at her in her eyes, like already seeing myself choking her inside of her. That vibe really made it man to woman, like with my eyes. And like if you can't do that, then it's not as simple then. And then the text, like to be able to pull that shit off when I live in my parents' house right now is like, you know, that's why I love that shit. Like that, I can teach people that where they like if they have any limiting beliefs. Oh, I'm not ready yet. I don't have my body like perfect yet. I don't got money. I don't got a place. Nah, fuck that. You could still make it happen. You could still make it
Mm-hmm.
happen. Um, and if you make that happen, it's gonna give you a boost in confidence. So it's gonna help you go and get money. It's gonna give you like a will to live, and especially even if she ghosts after because she didn't really like your life type shit. What are you bouncing on? Are you on a ball?
Yeah.
This girl's
What?
bouncing and shit. It's funny. Is that better for your back? Is that ergonomically healthy?
Yeah, it's healthier.
So yeah, cool as fuck. I'm drained, but I was 26 days, so it's basically like I busted once every 13 days, which isn't that bad still. So on the way back up now, um, gonna get these glasses to record some infield and gonna make a course to change people's lives. And guys, be ready for that course when it drops. I am going to go over like all the different things that literally make it so you don't have to have your life together yet to actually get laid. Because if you're trying to get your life together but you can't even get laid, like you won't get your life together because you're not gonna be having fun, and in the middle of the grind and the hustle you're just gonna give up and you're gonna quit and you're gonna hate yourself, all this shit. You're not gonna have the motivation. So the key is master your sexuality first, because your sexual energy is directly connected to your ability to manifest and like bring things into your life. Like I was just reading um, this book, The Sexual Practices of Kodushka, and it was literally talking about this in like the last chapter. It's like if you have blocks in your sexuality, you won't be bringing things into your life. You won't be actually manifesting things into your life on easy mode. And there's challenges though when you start manifesting things. You get ego issues. You get like all these other things that come up. But first, you need to get to that point where you can get what you want into your life, and it starts with unblocking your sexuality. That's where it all starts. So if you are trying to make money, you're trying to get famous, you're trying to get your life together, first things first, you should go and master your social skills and be able to get laid and stuff like that. And you should always go with the cold approach method first, because if you just go and get good at like Tinder, for example, you're gonna get girls over, but you're not gonna close them because you're not like confident with your eye contact and shit like that, because you don't have like practice in fields. So yeah, the course that I'm gonna come out with is gonna be like basically the one course that you need to unlock your sexuality from the beginning point up, and from there you can do whatever you want in your life. It's gonna unlock your manifestation powers, and then from there you can just do whatever the fuck you want. With that being said, any closing comments from you, Taisia, about any of this?
Hmm.
Thoughts? Here, let me turn it around.
Oh, I'm not sure what to say. Yeah, your sexual energy is very important to manifesting. I mean, if you're not sexual, then what are you doing, you know?
Yeah, just platonic with life.
Yeah, super platonic.
Yeah.
So, like, stagnant and, like, not moving. It's just
What'd you say?
not for you. You're just not moving. You're just, like, in one place.
Yeah, okay. So when you have like sexual momentum, then like everything else in your life starts moving. It's like
Exactly.
it's because like your sexual energy is like your emotion. It's tied to your emotions.
Yes, movement, yeah.
Yeah, which is energy and motion, movement, emotion. So, and it starts with stirring up your sexual energy and having a
Exactly.
healthy relationship and flow with it, basically.
Exactly, yes.
Boom. All right, guys. I'm gonna end this video right now. Hope you guys liked it. Stay on the lookout for my thing that's gonna drop. I'm gonna be working on it a lot over the next few days because obviously I'm day -1 semen retention, so I'm not trying to go out and like straight up approach girls right now. And I'm waiting for glasses to come in that have cameras on them so I can record with those and get some good footage for you guys. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that works. I don't know if I'm gonna feel comfortable with glasses on my face recording, but we'll see. I'm gonna try everything to make sure that this comes out for you guys. On that note, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace.